This is a brief overview of the Manager Control Center for Norton Medical Industries. In this case, we're going to log in as San Francisco, and we're going to look at the Manager Control Center for San Francisco as an example. So here we are with the SFMTA, Municipal Transport Agency, and here we can log in for the Manager Control Center. And this brings us to the Manager Control Center up here. So it's divided in two sections. One is the global choices up here. These are for all companies. And this segment and section down here, which is for individual companies. And when you activate one of the individual companies down here, then all these choices over here on the left are available, such as current tests, searching tests, random selections, current list of drivers, searching for drivers, and expiring. And then up here are your global functions. So let's jump in. Let's go ahead and pick, for example, the Luxor cab, and it's going to tell us to choose a company. So when we pick it, there we go, it shows it right there. And now we can jump in and look at some different functions. So let's click on current tests, and we're going to see a list of the current tests here. And it shows us the name, test date, test report date, the type, and the kind, outcome, and dilution. Then if we wanted to search, we can search for example, a first or last or anything we want. So let's just try to search for Ted, and we'll see what comes up, and it's going to look for tests, and it found this person here and their tests. So that's one thing, and then that's working. And random selections, we can check on that. And all we have to do is pick a period of time. Here's 5-1 drug test, and that's going to show us the results for the drug test. And there we go right there. And we're seeing first, last, phone, driver's license, driver ID, whether it's required, the date taken, time taken, etc. Okay, next we can look at drivers, and we click on current list, and it'll bring up a current list of drivers for this one single individual company, Luxor Cab. See, it says Luxor Cab here, and it's showing the list of drivers, which is first, last, and their driver's license, phone, and the date entered, etc., date of expiration, lots of good stuff like that. So we can also search. So just for the heck of it, why don't we type that fella's name in there again, see if it still shows up. And it found that single person quite easily. If in case we were looking for that, you can type in, as you can see, you can type the driver's license and other things here. Driver's license, first name, last name, division, etc. So next we want to go back, let's go back to the Manager Control. And now we might want to look for expiring drivers. So we're going to click on the expiring tab. And here's a list of expiring drivers. Now what you'll notice is in red, these folks are expiring within the next 7 days, and these in blue are in the next 30 days, and in green is the next 60 days. So you see these are red right here. Then we have blue underneath, and then these are green over here, so they're quite a ways away. So that's a way to see a list of the expiring drivers. Okay, and now we're back at the Manager Control Center, and we showed all the functions that we have for the individual companies, and now over here at the top, these are the global choices for all companies. So we can click on recently terminated drivers in the last 30 days, and it brings up several choices down here, and we can see their ID, their name, and the status, and the reason for termination, and their termination date. And then we're looking at all drivers here. So when we go back to the manager control, then we can also click on this full one, which is showing all active drivers for all companies. Now this is a large search, so it takes a little bit of time, but then it brings up the response, and we'll find out that we can see quite a number of drivers here, and it's showing for all drivers. And it's a big list with first, last, driver's license, the phone, and all the pertinent data, the date they entered, the date of expiration, etc. And it's showing everything we need there. So then, in addition, we can search for all the active drivers. So I'm not sure of somebody's name, so we'll just try to put that in there and see what it comes up with. And it did show 34 people with that last name or part of that last name, which it's a nice loose search, so it's easy to find things. And so then that brings us, this is showing all drivers for all companies. So that's good. So this has been a brief overview of the Manager Control Center for Norton Medical Industries.